Hey there, my friend. Have you ever noticed how some days it feels just a little harder to get up from the couch, carry those grocery bags, or even climb the stairs? Maybe you've caught yourself thinking, I used to do this so easily, what's going on? Well, let me tell you, you're not alone. As we get into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, our bodies start to change in ways we might not expect. One of the biggest changes: our muscles. They're quietly slipping away, and it's not just about looking strong, it's about staying independent, active, and full of life. But here's the good news: there's one simple food you might be missing in your diet that can make a world of difference. And no, it's not some fancy superfood or expensive supplement, it's something you can find at any grocery store. Before we dive in, if you're excited to learn how to keep your muscles strong and live your best life, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us, and it helps us keep bringing you tips to feel amazing at any age. Alright, let's get started. So, why are our muscles disappearing as we age? It's called sarcopenia, but don't let that word scare you, it just means age-related muscle loss. Starting in our 30s, we can lose about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass every decade if we don't take action. By the time we're in our 60s or 70s, that can add up, making everyday tasks feel like a bigger challenge. But here's the thing, it's not just about lifting weights or hitting the gym. What you eat plays a huge role in keeping your muscles strong and healthy. And there's one food that stands out above the rest for helping seniors like you hold on to that strength. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 key ways to protect your muscles and keep them strong, starting with the one food you absolutely need in your diet. We'll talk about why it's so powerful, how to add it to your meals without any fuss, and a few other simple habits that can help you feel stronger and more energized than you have in years. By the end, you'll have a clear plan to keep your muscles thriving so you can keep doing the things you love, whether that's gardening, playing with your grandkids, or just enjoying a walk in the park. Let's start with the star of the show, protein-rich foods, and specifically, eggs. Eggs are like nature's perfect muscle food, especially for those of us over 60. They're packed with high-quality protein, which is the building block your muscles need to repair and grow. But it's not just about the protein, eggs also have something called leucine, an amino acid that's like a magic key for your muscles. Leucine tells your body, hey, let's hold on to this muscle and keep it strong. Studies show that getting enough leucine can slow down muscle loss and even help you build strength, even if you're not hitting the gym every day. Now, I know what you might be thinking, eggs? Really? I've been eating those my whole life. But here's the catch, not everyone gets enough protein as they age, and eggs are one of the easiest, most affordable ways to fix that. As we get older, our bodies need a little more protein to do the same job. Research suggests that seniors need about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. So, if you weigh around 150 pounds, that's about 68 to 82 grams of protein daily. To put that in perspective, one large egg has about 6 grams of protein. So, having 2 eggs for breakfast gets you 12 grams, already a great start. But it's not just about eating eggs once in a while. Consistency is key. Your muscles need a steady supply of protein throughout the day to stay strong. One easy way to make eggs a regular part of your diet is to keep things simple and versatile. For breakfast, try scrambling 2 eggs with some spinach and a sprinkle of cheese, delicious and packed with nutrients. Or, if you're not a morning person, hard-boil a few eggs at the start of the week. They're perfect for a quick snack, chopped into a salad for lunch, or even mashed up with a little mayo for a sandwich. The best part? Eggs are budget-friendly and easy to prepare, so there's no excuse not to make them a staple. Let me share a quick story. My friend Susan, who's 72, was feeling weaker and more tired than usual. She'd always been active, loved her daily walks and tending to her garden, but she noticed her legs just weren't keeping up. When she talked to her doctor, they figured out she wasn't getting enough protein. Susan started adding eggs to her meals, 2 at breakfast and sometimes 1 in a salad at lunch. Within a few weeks, she told me she felt steadier on her feet and had more energy for her walks. It wasn't a miracle cure, but that small change made a big difference. And I bet it can for you too. Now, eggs are just the beginning. Another powerful way to protect your muscles is to pair your protein with a little movement. You don't need to become a bodybuilder or run a marathon. Small, consistent movements can work wonders. Something as simple as a 15-minute walk after meals can help your muscles use that protein more effectively. When you eat protein, like those eggs we talked about, it sends amino acids into your bloodstream. Moving your body, whether it's a walk, some gentle stretches, or even chair exercises, helps those amino acids get to your muscles where they're needed most. Here's an easy idea to try: after breakfast, take a short stroll around your neighborhood or even your backyard. If walking isn't your thing, try some seated leg lifts while you're watching TV. Just lift one leg at a time, hold for a few seconds, and lower it back down. Do 10 on each side, and you're already giving your muscles a little love. The key is to make it a habit, just like brushing your teeth. Over time, these small movements add up, helping you stay strong and mobile. So, we've covered why eggs are a muscle-saving superstar and how a little movement can supercharge their benefits. But there's more to this story, another simple habit that can make your muscles even stronger and keep you feeling great. Let's dive into that next and talk about how a surprising nutrient can give your body the boost it needs. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you, a nutrient that's just as important as protein for keeping your muscles strong, especially as we age. It's vitamin D, and if you're not getting enough of it, your muscles could be missing out on a major ally. You might be thinking, vitamin D? Isn't that just for bones? Well, yes, it's great for your bones, but it's also a secret weapon for your muscles. Vitamin D helps your muscles work better, improves your balance, and can even reduce the risk of falls, something we all want to avoid as we get into our 60s, 70s, and beyond. Here's why this matters. As we age, our bodies don't absorb or produce vitamin D as well as they used to. Plus, if you're spending more time indoors, maybe because of chilly weather or just preferring the comfort of home, you're probably not getting enough sunlight, which is one of the best ways to boost your vitamin D levels. Low vitamin D can make your muscles feel weaker and even lead to that shaky feeling when you're walking or standing. But the good news? It's easy to give your body the vitamin D it needs, and it doesn't take much to see a difference. So, how do you get more vitamin D? First, let's talk about food, since we're already focused on what's on your plate. While eggs, the muscle-saving food we talked about earlier, do have some vitamin D, there are other foods that pack an even bigger punch. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or tuna are fantastic choices. A small serving of salmon, about the size of a deck of cards, can give you almost all the vitamin D you need for the day. If fish isn't your thing, don't worry, fortified foods like milk, orange juice, or even some cereals have vitamin D added to them. Check the label next time you're at the store, and you'll see how easy it is to sneak some into your diet. Let me give you a quick example. My neighbor, Tom, who's 68, loves his morning cereal. He switched to a fortified brand and started pouring a splash of fortified milk over it. He also tries to eat salmon once a week, usually grilled with a little lemon and herbs, simple but delicious. After a couple of months, he noticed he wasn't feeling as stiff when he got out of bed, and he even started taking longer walks because his legs felt stronger. It's amazing how small tweaks like these can add up. Now, food is great, but sunlight is another easy way to boost your vitamin D, and it's free. Just 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight on your face, arms, or legs a few times a week can make a big difference. Think about sitting on your porch with a cup of coffee, tending to your garden, or even taking a short walk around the block. If you live somewhere with long winters or you're concerned about skin exposure, you can talk to your doctor about a vitamin D supplement. They're affordable and widely available, but it's always a good idea to check with your doctor to find the right dose for you. Alright, so we've got our eggs for protein, a little movement to keep things flowing, and vitamin D to give our muscles that extra support. But there's another piece to this puzzle that's just as important, and it's something you're already doing every day: eating enough calories. I know, it might sound strange to hear that calories matter for muscle health, especially if you've spent years trying to watch your weight. But as we get older, our appetites can shrink, and sometimes we end up eating less than our bodies need to maintain muscle. Here's what happens: when you don't eat enough calories, your body starts to use your muscle tissue for energy. It's like your muscles are saying, "Hey, we're not getting enough fuel, so we're going to start breaking down." This is especially true if you're not getting enough protein, which we talked about earlier. To keep your muscles strong, you need a balance of enough calories and the right nutrients. For most seniors, that means eating regular, balanced meals and snacks throughout the day, even if you don't feel as hungry as you used to. One easy way to make sure you're getting enough is to focus on nutrient-dense foods that give you both calories and muscle-building power. Think of things like avocados, nuts, whole grain toast with peanut butter, or Greek yogurt with a handful of berries. These foods are satisfying, easy to prepare, and give your body the energy it needs to keep your muscles strong. If you're someone who loves routine, try setting a schedule for meals and snacks: maybe breakfast at 8, a mid-morning snack, lunch around noon, another snack in the afternoon, and dinner in the evening. It doesn't have to be complicated, just consistent. Let me share a story about my aunt, Margaret, who's 75. She used to skip breakfast because she just wasn't hungry in the morning. But she started noticing she felt tired and weak by lunchtime. Her doctor suggested adding a small morning meal, like a slice of toast with avocado and an egg. She also started keeping a little bowl of almonds on her kitchen counter for a quick snack. Those small changes helped her feel more energized, and she even started doing some light gardening again, which she hadn't had the energy for in a while. It's proof that little adjustments can go a long way. So, we've added vitamin D and enough calories to our muscle-saving plan, but there's one more habit that can take things to the next level. It's all about giving your muscles a reason to stay strong, and it's easier than you might think. Let's dive into that next and explore how a simple daily routine can make all the difference. Alright, my friend, we're on the home stretch, and I'm so excited to share this next habit because it's like the cherry on top of everything we've talked about so far. It's all about giving your muscles a little challenge every day to keep them strong and ready for action. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to start lifting heavy weights or running marathons. This is about simple, gentle strength exercises that you can do right at home, no fancy equipment needed. These exercises are like telling your muscles, "Hey, we're still in business, so stick around." Why does this matter? Well, eating eggs for protein, getting vitamin D, and making sure you're eating enough calories are all fantastic, but your muscles need a reason to use those nutrients. Strength exercises, even simple ones, send a signal to your body to hold on to muscle and even build a little more. Plus, they help with balance and coordination, which means fewer wobbles when you're walking or reaching for something on a high shelf. The best part? You can start small and still see big benefits. Let's talk about one of the easiest exercises you can do: wall push-ups. They're perfect for beginners, and they work your arms, shoulders, and chest, muscles you use every day for things like pushing open a door or lifting a laundry basket. Here's how to do them: stand about arm's length from a wall, place your hands on the wall at shoulder height, and slowly bend your elbows to bring your chest toward the wall. Then push back to your starting position. Try doing 8 to 10 of these, take a break, and do another set. If you do this a few times a week, you'll start to feel stronger in no time. Another great one is chair squats. These are fantastic for your legs and hips, which are so important for getting up from a chair or climbing stairs. Just stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet about hip-width apart, and slowly lower yourself toward the seat like you're about to sit down, but don't actually sit. Then stand back up. If you need to, hold on to the chair or a table for balance. Start with 5 or 6, and as you get more comfortable, work up to 10 or 12. You can do these while you're waiting for your coffee to brew or during a commercial break. Let me tell you about my friend George, who's 70. He started doing wall push-ups and chair squats after his doctor told him his muscle strength was slipping. At first, he thought, this is too easy, how's it going to help? But he stuck with it, doing a few minutes every morning. After a couple of months, he was shocked at how much easier it was to carry his groceries and walk up the hill near his house. He even started adding a few arm curls with a couple of soup cans from his pantry. It's proof that you don't need a gym to make a difference, just a little consistency. Now, here's a tip to make this fun: pair your exercises with something you enjoy. Maybe play your favorite music, some classic Motown or maybe a little Elvis, and do your wall push-ups to the beat. Or, if you're a morning person, try doing your chair squats while you're watching the sunrise with a cup of tea. The key is to make it a habit that feels good, not like a chore. Even 10 minutes a day can work wonders for your muscles and your mood. So, let's bring it all together. We've talked about how eggs are a powerhouse for protein, giving your muscles the building blocks they need. We've covered how vitamin D keeps your muscles working smoothly and how eating enough calories stops your body from dipping into your muscle reserves. And now, we've added simple strength exercises to keep those muscles active and strong. These aren't big, overwhelming changes, they're small, doable steps that fit into your life. And when you put them together, they're like a recipe for staying strong, independent, and full of energy, no matter your age. I want you to picture this: a few weeks from now, you're feeling steadier on your feet, carrying your groceries with a little more ease, maybe even chasing after your grandkids or tending to your garden without feeling worn out. That's what these habits can do for you. It's not about turning back the clock, it's about making the most of every day and feeling your best. Start with one thing, like adding an egg to your breakfast or trying a few wall push-ups. Then build from there. You've got this, and your muscles are going to thank you. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these tips already? Maybe you've got a favorite way to eat eggs or a go-to exercise that keeps you feeling strong. Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and it's so inspiring to hear your stories. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep sharing tips to help you live your best life. Here's to staying strong, staying active, and feeling amazing at any age. I'll see you in the next video.